In the late 13th century, a new power emerged in Anatolia, the heartland of modern-day Turkey. This was the Ottoman Empire, founded by Osman I, a skilled warrior and leader. Osman inherited a small principality in northwestern Anatolia, a region then fractured into competing beyliks or small Turkish emirates. He quickly proved himself a capable ruler, expanding his territory through both conquest and alliances with neighboring Turkish tribes. Osman's strategic location on the Byzantine frontier was crucial to his early success. The Byzantine Empire, the once mighty Roman Empire in the east, was in decline, weakened by internal strife and external threats. This presented a golden opportunity for the ambitious Osman, who skillfully exploited Byzantine weakness to expand his own dominion. Osman's reign marked the beginning of a remarkable journey for the Ottomans. Over the next 6 centuries, they would grow into one of the largest and most powerful empires in history. Their reach would extend across 3 continents, encompassing vast territories in Southeast Europe, Western Asia, and North Africa. The Ottoman Empire would become a major player on the world stage, leaving an enduring legacy on the course of human history. Osman's successors continued his expansionist policies, gradually chipping away at the crumbling Byzantine Empire. Within a century, the Ottomans had established themselves as the dominant power in Anatolia, poised for even greater conquests. Their next target would be the ultimate prize, Constantinople, the legendary capital of the Byzantine Empire. The capture of this ancient city would mark a turning point. The conquest of Constantinople in 1453 by Sultan Mehmed II, known as the Conqueror, was a watershed moment in Ottoman history. It signaled the end of the Byzantine Empire and the emergence of the Ottoman Empire as a major power in the Mediterranean and Europe. Mehmed's victory was the culmination of a long and arduous siege, one that showcased the Ottomans' growing military might and technological prowess. Constantinople, strategically located on the Bosporus Strait, was a natural gateway between East and West. Its formidable defences had repelled countless invaders for centuries, earning it a reputation as an impregnable city. Yet Mehmed was determined to capture the Queen of Cities and make it the jewel of his empire. To overcome Constantinople's massive walls, Mehmed employed a combination of innovative tactics and sheer force. He commissioned the construction of massive cannons, including the legendary basilica, which could hurl enormous stone balls over vast distances. These cannons bombarded the city walls relentlessly, weakening their defenses and demoralizing the defenders. Mehmed's victory had far-reaching consequences. It solidified Ottoman control over the eastern Mediterranean trade routes, boosting the empire's economy. It also opened the door for further Ottoman expansion into Europe, leading to centuries of conflict and cultural exchange between the Ottomans and European powers. The fall of Constantinople sent shockwaves throughout Christendom, marking the definitive end of the Roman Empire and ushering in a new era of Ottoman dominance. The fall of Constantinople sent shockwaves throughout Christendom, marking the definitive end of the Roman Empire and ushering in a new era of Ottoman dominance. The reign of Suleiman I, known as the Magnificent in the west and the Lawgiver in the east, marked the zenith of Ottoman power and splendor. Ascending to the throne in 1520, Suleiman ruled for 46 glorious years, during which the Ottoman Empire reached its greatest territorial extent and cultural flourishing. Suleiman was a brilliant strategist, a skilled administrator, and a patron of the arts, presiding over a period of unprecedented prosperity and cultural achievement. Under Suleiman's leadership, the Ottoman Empire expanded deeper into Europe, conquering Belgrade, Rhodes, and Hungary. His armies even laid siege to Vienna in 1529, sending shockwaves through the heart of the Holy Roman Empire. While unsuccessful, the siege demonstrated the reach and power of the Ottoman Empire at its peak. Suleiman's reign was not only marked by military conquest, but also by significant legal and administrative reforms. He codified Ottoman law, improved the bureaucracy, and oversaw a flourishing of arts, literature, and architecture. The Usmani Mosque in Istanbul, a masterpiece of Ottoman architecture, stands as a testament to the grandeur of his era. Suleiman's court was a center of learning and culture, attracting scholars, artists, and poets from across the empire and beyond. He was a patron of the arts, commissioning magnificent mosques, palaces, and bridges that still stand today as testaments to Ottoman architectural genius. While the reign of Suleiman the Magnificent marked the apogee of Ottoman power, the seeds of decline were already being sown. The empire's vast size and complex bureaucracy made it increasingly. The Ottomans suffered a major naval defeat at the Battle of Lepanto in 1571, ending their dominance in the Mediterranean. Although they rebuilt their fleet, they never fully recovered their naval supremacy. This defeat exposed the limitations of Ottoman military power and emboldened their European rivals. Economic problems also began to plague the empire. Inflation, caused by the influx of silver from the Americas, undermined the Ottoman economy. The empire's traditional land-based economy struggled to adapt to the changing global trade patterns, further exacerbating its financial woes. The decline of the Ottoman Empire was a gradual process, marked by periods of resurgence and reform. However, the underlying problems persisted, and the empire's ability to project power and influence on the world stage waned. The once mighty Ottoman Empire, which had seemed invincible for centuries, was slowly but surely losing its grip on power. Section 5. The Sick Man of Europe. Internal strife and external pressures. By the 19th century, the Ottoman Empire was widely regarded as the sick man of Europe. Internal rebellions, fueled by ethnic and religious tensions, weakened the empire from within. Meanwhile, European powers, eager to exploit Ottoman weakness, chipped away at its territories and influence. The rise of nationalism in Europe had a profound impact on the Ottoman Empire, which was home to diverse ethnic and religious groups. Nationalist movements within the empire, inspired by the ideals of self-determination, challenged Ottoman rule and demanded independence. The Ottomans faced growing pressure from European powers, who sought to expand their own empires and influence in the region. Russia, in particular, posed a significant threat, pushing south towards the Black Sea and the Balkans. The Crimean War from 1853 to 1856, in which the Ottomans allied with Britain and France against Russia, further drained the empire's resources and exposed its military weakness. As the 19th century progressed, the Ottoman Empire struggled to maintain its territorial integrity and its status as a great power. The once mighty empire that had once challenged the heart of Europe was now on the defensive, fighting to survive against both internal and external threats. Section 6. The Rise of Nationalism, a Challenge to Ottoman Unity. The 19th century witnessed the rise of nationalism as a powerful force across Europe, and the Ottoman Empire was not immune to its effects. The empire's diverse population, long united under the Ottoman banner, began to fracture along ethnic and religious lines. Nationalist movements emerged among various groups seeking autonomy and, in some cases, complete independence from Ottoman rule. The Greeks were among the first to successfully revolt against Ottoman rule, winning their independence in 1829 after a long and bloody struggle. Their success inspired other nationalist movements throughout the empire, further weakening Ottoman authority. The Ottomans responded to the rise of nationalism with a mix of repression and reform. The Tanzimat reforms, initiated in 1839, aimed to modernize the empire and address some of the grievances of its diverse subjects. These reforms introduced a more centralized government, codified laws, and granted greater rights to non-Muslim citizens. Despite these efforts, the tide of nationalism continued. The Ottomans faced growing unrest and rebellion throughout their domains, as ethnic and religious groups increasingly asserted their own identities and aspirations for self-rule. The empire's once vaunted unity was crumbling, threatening its very existence. Section 7. The Great War, the final blow to an ailing empire. World War I proved to be the cataclysmic event that finally shattered the already weakened Ottoman Empire. The empire's fateful decision to ally with the Central Powers, Germany and Austria-Hungary, proved disastrous, pitting them against the Allied powers, Britain, France and Russia, and ultimately sealing their fate. The Ottomans entered the war in 1914, hoping to regain some of their lost territories and prestige. However, the war quickly turned against them. The empire faced defeats on multiple fronts, from the Balkans to the Middle East. The disastrous Gallipoli campaign in 1915, where Ottoman forces successfully repelled an Allied invasion, came at a heavy cost in manpower and resources. As the war dragged on, the Ottoman Empire faced economic collapse and internal unrest. The Armenian genocide, a horrific episode in which the Ottoman government systematically killed and deported millions of Armenians, stands as a dark stain on the empire's legacy. By 1918, the Ottoman Empire was on the verge of collapse. The Allied powers divided up its remaining territories in the Middle East under the Mandate system, while the Ottoman government signed the Armistice of Mudros, ending its participation in the war. The once mighty Ottoman Empire, which had endured for over 6 centuries, was no more. Section 8. The end of an era. The abolition of the Sultanate. The defeat of the Ottoman Empire in World War I marked the end of an era. The empire had been dismantled, its territories divided amongst the victors. In 1922, the Turkish Grand National Assembly, led by Mustafa Kemal, a prominent military figure during the war, formally abolished the Ottoman Sultanate, bringing to an end over 6 centuries of Ottoman rule. The abolition of the Sultanate was a symbolic break with the Ottoman past and a key step in the creation of the modern Republic of Turkey. Mehmed VI, the last Ottoman Sultan, was forced into exile, marking the end of a dynasty that had once ruled over a vast empire. The end of the Ottoman Empire had profound consequences for the Middle East and the wider world. It led to the creation of new nation-states, redrew the map of the region, and created lasting legacies of conflict and instability. The abolition of the Sultanate was a pivotal moment in this tumultuous period, symbolizing the end of an era and the birth of a new order in the Middle East. Section 9. From the ashes, the birth of modern Turkey. From the ashes of the Ottoman Empire rose the modern Republic of Turkey, forged under the leadership of Mustafa Kemal, later known as Ataturk, meaning father of the Turks. Ataturk, a war hero and visionary leader, spearheaded a nationalist movement that aimed to create a modern, secular and independent Turkish state out of the ruins of the Ottoman Empire. Ataturk's vision for Turkey was a radical departure from the Ottoman past. He implemented a series of sweeping reforms that aimed to modernize Turkish society, separating religion from the state, introducing a new legal system based on European models, and promoting Western-style education and dress. Ataturk's reforms transformed Turkey into a secular republic, embracing Western models of governance and societal organization. He moved the capital from Istanbul to Ankara, symbolizing a break with the Ottoman past and a commitment to a new, modern Turkish identity. His legacy continues to shape Turkish society and politics to this day. The birth of the Republic of Turkey from the remnants of the Ottoman Empire was a remarkable transformation. It marked the emergence of a new nation-state determined to chart its own course in a rapidly changing world. Section 10. The Legacy of the Ottomans, a lasting impact on the world. The Ottoman Empire, despite its eventual demise, left an indelible mark on the world stage. Its sixth-century reign shaped the political, social and cultural landscape of vast regions, leaving behind a rich and complex legacy that continues to resonate today. Architecturally, the Ottomans were prolific builders, leaving behind stunning mosques, palaces and bridges that graced cities across their former empire. Their architectural style, a blend of Byzantine, Islamic and Persian influences, produced iconic structures like the Hagia Sophia and the Süleymaniye Mosque, masterpieces that continue to inspire awe and wonder. Culturally, the Ottomans fostered a rich and diverse environment blending Turkish, Arab, Persian and Balkan traditions. Their cuisine, music and literature reflect this vibrant mix of influences, leaving a lasting impact on the cultural tapestry of the regions they once ruled. The Ottoman Empire's legacy is a complex one, marked by both achievements and failures. While it ultimately succumbed to the forces of nationalism and European imperialism, its impact on world history is undeniable. From the Balkans to the Middle East, the legacy of the Ottomans continues to shape the present, reminding us of the enduring power of empires and the lasting impact they leave on the world.